ORGN stock is off its 52-week lows, trading above those values of around $1.38. The 52-week low of 1.21 was what it plunged to when it announced on the 10th of August that it was now changing direction, that it's no longer going to, it's going to focus more on biofuels. Probably, the reason why the Origin 2 plant was, its inception, or its completion has been shifted to sometime in 2027 or thereabouts, 2026 or thereabouts. It's now, the company is now saying it's going to focus more on biofuels, no longer on carbon neutral materials as it's currently known. Probably what is coming out from its Origin 1 plant, and you've probably know very well that a lot of big name investors are involved in the company. Danone, Nestle, and PepsiCo, they're all investors in the company and also customers as well. But they are now, as of the 10th of August, they said, they are now going to go into biofuels, and it led to this plunge all the way down to its 52-week lows. But even before that time, it wasn't so fantastic. It was in a bearish trend as well, and but all of these, we have seen all of these of late. We've seen companies that are, taking advantage of the drive to go green, the drive to go net zero, the drive to carbon neutral, and all that stuff. We have seen some of these companies promising some of them, be it in lithium mining, lithium refining, and generation of electricity from biofuels and all that. So we've seen these companies, and they come around, and the wow investors, and then everything fizzles, but in the case of Origin, it's quite different. We have that Raymond James, I guess well-known investment, a well-known analyst, analytical firm or investment firm. Yes, they're covering the stock. So usually you don't get usually some of these dodgy, untrusted companies, you really don't find analysts covering them, but so I'm not trying to conclude that this is what the case is. I'm only trying to say that even though you're skeptical, or rather you should be skeptical, even though it has an analyst covering it, but the summary of it all is that you may have seen some of these companies, trying to do one or two things and all that stuff, and the pattern is dead. They keep on declining. Nothing really comes out. Nothing positive comes out. And investors keep on getting diluted. And Origin will needs funds, and they're publicly traded. They ultimately, it is the equity that is where all of those credits, all of those loans will be. It is an equity that they will come and be diluted. That's where they will eventually rest. They will all lead to dilution of the equity and all that. So if you're an Origin or ORGN stock investor, this is also what you have to bear in mind. The company will eventually, they mentioned it already on Reuters, that they are exploring other avenues of raising funds. See down here. Let's see. Yeah, let's mention it somewhere, but as you can imagine, even if I'm not able to show you, but that is something you can easily imagine, that they will definitely be raising funds, and so. But in any case, that is what's going on with Origin. It's bounced back a bit, around 12% above its those 52-week lows. And on its 5 to 45 minute chart, it's quite volatile, but not. It's just been trading between 1.38 and 1.44, not not a huge amount of volatility, not a very wide range as such, So, but on its 1-day chart, we have projections: a downward projection of 1.19 and a downward projection of 0.6432. But there are a couple of more upper projections. Going by the fact that it's plunged from its plunged over. Let's see, this plunge is let's see, it's 4.34 to 1.23, 4.34 to 1.23, 4.34 minus 1.21 divided by 4.34, 72% decline. So it plunged by 72%. So yeah, the algos will probably be projecting higher figures, given that naturally it will be projecting a rebound, and we haven't seen that over close to a month now since that happened. But never say. You could say that it's now trading. It has corrected. It's trading within. This is going by the fact that it has changed its direction. This is probably where it should be trading at now. It should be discounted, and that is probably what we're looking at right now. So upper projection of 1.64, 1.75, 1.89, 2.08, and 2.63. But interestingly enough, on its weekly chart, it's way ambitious, way more ambitious. It has just one downward projection of 0.9542, upper projection of 3.71, 4.72, 5.38, 5.86. All of these are really ambitious projections, all the way towards 10.84. But you never know when they secure a potential creditor. We might see a rebound, but of course, just before the announcement comes, they might come and bid up the stock, for an eventual dilution, for an eventual announcement of a facility that may have been extended to them. So expect that to happen. That is something that will happen. If that happens, if you see a spike, just to suspect that it's been pumped up for an eventual dilution. It may just not be a one-off one. It could just be a rally. As the stock has as it is in around its 52-week lows. It may come in the form of a rebound that might go on for some weeks, even months, then eventually another retracement, that will, we may now get, a disannouncement that more funds have been in the works, and all that stuff. But there's no guarantee that will be the case. That will be the pattern. Nothing stops them from diluting the stock from this level. They might also even decide to do a reverse split, and to reduce the number of shares, and from there also try and do another. Probably from there now try and do a dilution from that direction. So the company definitely is in need of funds, and they're buzzing. They are quite popular. They sound promising. They have the narrative, so to say, green biofuels and all that stuff. So a lot of market participants, a lot of retail investors are watching the stock, and they are interested. So I think the company might take advantage of that, to go ahead and raise funds. That's their chief concern. Yeah. So see what you make of our ORGN stock, and I'll definitely continue to update you. Thank you very much for watching this video.